Knights Templar, tunnel found near Jerusalem, used to smuggle items out of the Holy Land. The Knights Templar built a 350-meter tunnel that's about 1,000 feet long near Jerusalem, believed to have been used to smuggle items out of the Holy Land. Now let's remember that Jerusalem is built over 7 ancient cities. You can imagine how many thousands of years people were living there. Let's remember that the giants of old were living in this area of the land of the promised land of milk and honey. Now, we know that Jerusalem, Temple Mount, was an acropolis of the area. That's where people used to flee to save themselves from their enemies. And all the acropolises, all these areas of the ancient world had secret underground tunnels that the residents and occupants, and especially the elite of the cities, knew how to use them in order to go in and out of the city. As we know, the Knights Templar were, at the time of the Crusades, they were trying to take control of the Holy Land of Jerusalem, and of course to save the holy relics of things that were not to be taken by infidels. Now, going back to this, the famous Catholic military order boasted numbers of up to 20,000 members at its peak and was active for almost 200 years until its sudden demise. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. And this area of today's Western Wall is where the Knights Templar had their Jerusalem headquarters. So they had their peak almost active for 200 years. Between the 12th and 13th century, the Templars were among the most skilled fighters, the fighting units of the Crusade period, managing large Christian economic organizations across Europe and the Middle East. Their sudden reduction in power inspired the rise of legends and has seen them at the center of intense research ever since. Now, Smithsonian Scarred Sites of the World series revealed a discovery that's helped keep this alive. The narrator said, as the Templars grew in power and importance, they took possession of other cities across the Holy Land. Northwest of Jerusalem, on the shores of the Mediterranean, they took the city of Acre, a strategic port of vital importance at the time of the Crusades. This imposing citadel is built on the side of a former Crusader fortress. Little remains of Acre's Templar fortress, but in 1994, workmen discovered a hidden tunnel that linked the fortress with the city's port, 1,150 feet, that's 350 meters to the west. The series went to explain how the tunnel is believed to have been used during the First Crusade, and it said the construction showcases Templar engineering at its best. This strategic subterranean passageway may have been intended as an escape route, and perhaps the Templars used it to secretly bring certain items out of the Holy Land, because the war between Christianity and Islam did not begin and end there. It was also fought in Europe, as we know. Templar operations extended far beyond the Crusader states. The order acquired huge tracts of land across the continent, founding local branches known as commanderies. They also established sacred sites and churches where they could hold secret ceremonies. Some believe the order may have once carried the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant, 2 items central to the Bible scripture. But despite the extensive search and incredible discoveries, the so-called secret treasure of the Knights Templar has never been found. And it will never be, according to historian Daniel New-Jones. He previously said, if the Templar had any secret treasure, it remained secret, but I see no special reason why they did have any secret treasure. As for the Holy Grail, there is a connection, but it's likely the connection between James Bond, Spectre, and MI6. It exists in fantasy, he said. It's a very long-running and one of the most successful entertainment stories in the last 800 years, since the Templars, that is. Was the Holy Grail real? No, of course it wasn't. It was a trophy, a literal idea. We must not mistake it for truth. I'm not here to kill the fun. But our job, he said, is to present the facts as best we can. The Templars are no fun without the myth, but just keep the history and the myth separate, he said. So please tell me what you think. This is by Callum Hoare and Express UK. Of course, they had to have secret tunnels. That would save their lives as well. Thank you for your support. Please leave your comment. Thank you.